Dr. Ajay, as you mentioned regarding different things, now we should come to AI, the artificial intelligence, which is like the biggest buzz as of now. And if you see various journals, international journals, they're saying that AI is eating away jobs. Different industries are getting disrupted. What is your take on AI? And if I have a pointed question, will AI replace dentists?
I'm sure AI is not going to replace dentists, so dentists are safe. Because, see, AI is going to make changes in our day-to-day practices. And let me tell you again, AI is not new in dentistry. Since last 10 years, we have been using artificial intelligence in our diagnostics. We were the first one to have a cone beam CT in our practice, in a hospital-based practice. When everything used to revolve around the medical CT, we were the first one to bring dental CT, doing 3D reconstruction, showing it to the patient, showing it to the clinician. So AI is not new. So we, in dental radiology, we always had AI. And definitely now AI is coming in all the disciplines of dentistry. And to highlight here, today we have the face scan, we have intraoral scan, we have the softwares in which you can import your patient's face scan, your patient's intraoral scan, even the patient's CT scan in these softwares, and you can generate and show your patient how he will look like after the treatment. So where the AI is. So patient beforehand knows that what will be his facial appearance, how he will be looking when he is smiling, when he is resting, and all his features can be showed and discussed with the patient before you even start the treatment. So imagine the level of AI we are getting in. So nothing, no industry will be spared of AI, but I'm sure dentistry, because it has to be delivered one-on-one, even if the AI is there, dentist is indispensable. As of now, I see them very safe. So it's one of the profession which is going to stay. So please, dentists, stay focused to your learning. No bunking of classes.
That's true. That's very true. Even in our aligners, your ortho, so we have simulations which are shown to the patient immediately once we do the scan. So things are improving. AI is there, but definitely clinician, the professional is supreme.
Great to mention that, and I'm pretty aware of this overall, that AI had already been there in the medical space.
Yes,
So we had
absolutely.
our imaging things, taking the X-rays, and the AI sort of inside the machines, the softwares, defining the treatment plans, doing the cephalometric tracings in
Yes.
orthodontics, and the aligners as well, where the AI algorithm pulls the data from millions of cases that have been done worldwide and devises its treatment
Absolutely.
plans. So medical space, and again, all the CTs, MRIs, they have some component of machine actually thinking and doing in some sort of some way or the other. So, but again, I would like to ask you, what can be the possible domains which can be empowered by AI? So I would like to share one of the experiences. Yesterday, I was with my father in one of the hospitals. So one of the doctors, senior gastroenterologist, came after doing some surgery, and he came, and this was set up. He came, he sat in a surgical scrub, and he started typing on the computer. So there was a keyboard, there was a monitor in front of him, and then he would occasionally turn his head. What is the HbA1c? He will type it down. Then he will ask me question, my father questions, he will type it down. The conversation went for, or the consultation went for around 25 odd minutes. And for 15 minutes, it was just typing. So we were talking about empathy, we were talking about connect, we were talking about that eye to eye connect. My father did not feel that much of satisfaction after meeting the doctor. Doctor was very nice, very polite, but and recently I had been researching on AI, and maybe by next month's end, my book on AI for doctors is also scheduled for launch. I have seen that the medical transcription. So there are softwares now, AI softwares, wherein if I am talking to you, then the AI will pick up algorithms, and the AI will transcript the whole consultation minute to minute, verbatim, and also deduce logical reasoning out of it to give it a very nice shape and form. And definitely we as doctors can cross check, and we cannot solely rely on AI, that's one part. But how nicely the time can be reduced with AI. Some additional inputs can be taken from AI, because AI is picking up data from millions of algorithms data, and we can actually humanize the medical profession, humanize the dentistry, and have that heart-to-heart connect and empathy. So what is your take with regards to our intuitiveness and our acceptability, and not shunning the things away, just thinking that AI, it can overpower us? How can we empower the whole profession?
Anupam, it's a beautiful question, and it's the question for the time. AI, let's take it in a different way. AI is not our enemy, it's the need of time. And what is going to happen is the biggest problem today in medical profession or a dental profession is like when a patient comes to the reception, his history, his data, his entire data during the treatment, whether it's x-ray, the diagnosis, his treatment plan, takes a lot of time, as you said, this gastroenterologist. So the need of time is AI should play major role in this.
Wow.
Starting from reception till the time treatment is completed, this entire data has to be stored in an automated way so that patient can have the entire data in his system and the clinic or the hospital. Today, since I work in a corporate system from last 20 years, what we are seeing is that these hospital-based software, they have some advantages and some disadvantages. Disadvantage, what you talked about, there was no eye-to-eye connect with the patient, which is the most important thing in our profession. Patient doesn't feel satisfied till the time you don't communicate to that patient. If you're typing and you're not, listening to the patient very focused, you may miss certain signs and symptoms, and your diagnosis may not be accurate. So what my take on this is, AI has a major role to play in the diagnosis, treatment planning, patient data record, and definitely treatment. In dentistry, especially, what I see is that, especially because I'm a prosthodontist and I do a lot of implant surgeries also with my special interest, the future is the navigational surgeries. We'll have navigated surgeries, which will be more precise, guided surgeries, and with a predicted outcome. We can begin with the end in mind. Patient can see what will be the final result, which is the most beautiful thing today in AI. Patient will know how he will look like, what he will get. It is not assumptions. It is the thorough outcome which can be delivered to the patient with the evidence. So AI is boon for the industry, but the major requirement today, I feel, is in the support system, like the patient software, the patient data, the patient diagnostics, and definitely clinical usage will be there. And AI is the need of time, and we welcome it.
And do you find that there is a need at an institutional level to have some committee, some sort of a thought process regarding having actual research on how this can be operationalized and practically we can create use cases for application in dentistry and medical, so that we can research what are all the practical applications of AI and then actually devise systems to deliver that in the clinics and hospitals?
Most of the clinical institutions are already, if we see from the department point of view, try to, upgrade their system. And definitely when there are newer systems, newer technologies, they try to imbibe it. But definitely there are certain limitations in the government structures. Private institutions, those have no limitations because there are surplus funds. But the government institutions definitely have certain limitations. But you cannot stop these things from coming into your discipline. Like the intraoral scanners, the cone beam CTs, the 3D printers is a need of time. And in dentistry, we need everything. So what I'm seeing is, whether it's a government institution or a private player, most of them have already, procuring these equipments or instrument and, started imbibing these things into the different disciplines of the dentistry. So we are not way behind. So we are, I'm proud that India today, the technology is at par with the Western world. Whatever we have tomorrow, anything new coming in dentistry is available today in India, which is the best thing, which was not there 10 years back. That's another beautiful thing about India and staying in India and being proud and Indian, being an Indian. So why I'm saying this, any technology which is launched today, any part of the world is available in India, which is a pride moment for being an Indian dentist. And I travel worldwide. Today, trust me, the type of infrastructure we have in our clinics and the type of the treatment plan or the treatment which we are giving to our patient are of international standards. Be rest assured, we are better than them. There is no waiting time. We are at par in delivery. Rather, when we show them what we are doing, they feel, oh, you're doing this. We don't have this. In Germany, Italy, US, sometimes the equipments are not available what they're available in India, and at a much more cost-effective way. So there are a lot of people come and ask, why are you doing this? We say we do everything in dentistry which is available today. You ask it, we deliver it. So
Okay.
there we are.
That's right.
And do you feel that this requires a certain degree of acceptability in the clinicians as well? Because I have seen many doctors who would shun or reject or negate any new thing that is coming, unless it becomes the need of the hour and they feel left behind. So how can Indian doctors, Indian dentists, right from the grassroots levels of education system, have that acceptability and awareness and knowledge about AI tools, about the latest things that are coming, so that we are actually at par with the world with regards to acceptability into our clinics, into our domains, where we need to close the gaps?
See, actually, I will, take this question in a different way. It is very individual. There are three types of professional colleagues or the doctors. The one are the early jumpers. Anything new come in the field, they'll buy it, they'll procure it, they'll learn it. The middle segment will see how the newer equipment or the newer technology is doing, and then they will imbibe it. And the third category is they will never imbibe, or they'll be the last one to do it, or they will never do it.
They don't want to learn.
They don't want to learn,
change
and they have their
themselves.
own shell in which they don't want to come out. There's no harm in it. Trust me, there is no harm in it. I mean, if you're happy, you're delivering your results, your patients are happy, your practice is growing, and everything is fine. There is no problem with these type of professionals. But definitely the need of time is because the profession we are in, it is in the interest of the society, it is in the interest of the patient. You need to have the newer technology, newer equipments, newer processes, newer procedures to be imbibed in, to grow with time. And it is our patients' right to get the best and the most innovative and the updated treatment. It is their right to get it. And who will do it? We. It is we.
We need to upgrade ourselves.
We need
every
to
now
upgrade
and then.
ourselves. If we don't upgrade, how will we deliver it? If our clinic is not equipped with the newer equipments, newer technologies, we cannot deliver it.
True. And I really like what you said, that maybe upgrading and the readiness to upgrade is not just for our own sake. It is to give better treatment to the patients for the nation's interest, because we will evolve as a better healthcare system.
Absolutely.
So it's a collective social responsibility of the doctors to evolve. And I really liked what you said, and I would ask each one of you to make lots of notes, as I've already said. Please pause the video and write down what three things Dr. Ajay said regarding the early jumpers, the intermediate, and the people who never jump. And you may just self-reflect and think for yourself that where do you land? Are you an early jumper? And what are the advantages of it? Are you a person who just waits and watches, tests the waters, and then jumps? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of this? Chances are that you will always be lagging behind, and you may never be able to lead in your field. And God forbid, if you are the third kind of people, which I have been guilty of at times, because one part of me wants to just stay stuck, then what are the advantages or disadvantages of that? And this will definitely give you some torch moments, some enlightening moments with regards to how you can approach your clinic, your profession. And definitely, this question is not just for you. It is for the overall ecosystem, your nation's pride, and the quality we can give to the patients. So this is a worthwhile practice that you can do. Thank you, Dr. Ajay. Thank you, Dr. Seema, for bringing that point, which is often misunderstood and overlooked in our day-to-day lives.
Yearn to learn.
Yearn to learn. Hashtag yearn to learn.
Wow. New to me, huh?
Now we are coming to the next segment, which is regarding branding and marketing. Dr. Ajay, you have been well known for your approach towards how a thing should be presented. So what does branding and marketing mean to you? How do you define it? What are the essential elements of it according to you?
Well, branding and marketing is the life of any trade. I don't say we are the trader here. We are professional people. But today, since we have been discussing that social media is one where your presence is must. So if you're not visible in social media, you're already non-existent. So branding and marketing, whatever profession you are, is very, very important today. Though when you do a branding for the medical professional or a dental professional, it's altogether different. There are certain norms which are set down by the National Dental Commission and National Medical Commission. We have certain limitations being clinicians. So if you are within those boundaries, there is no harm in it. And definitely these type of, even if we see this podcast, what is this podcast? I take it as a two-way. It's for the general awareness and for the branding as well. So branding can be a different perception for you and for me. But when I see for my own companies, we have our, well-established social media team, which works 12 hours a day. And we regularly shoot our videos. They make creatives, the promotional videos onto the Google, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and we regularly do that. And we make these creatives for the general awareness. We send it to our patient. These videos, these are very educational. Patients also give their feedback regarding these, that, wow, we never knew this, that this is the newer technology, or this procedure is for this particular process, or these are the myths about these regarding dentistry, or these are the do's and don'ts for the dentistry, which they get to know about these type of social media promotions. Branding can be through print media. Branding can be through social media. Branding can be by different ways. So, but today what I feel the strongest is again social media. I used to do my branding onto the billboard signages also. I used to do my branding into the print media also. But today I feel the maximum approach is of social media. And any profession, if it has to grow in terms of awareness, in terms of revenue, in terms of overall growth, branding is very important. Marketing is very important. Now there are two types of branding. Either you brand yourself or you brand your company. So what I see mostly on the social media, people do individual branding. But since we are a corporate structure, so we believe, me and Seema believe, that we promote more of our brand, which is a Focus Dental. And we do more of promotion under the Focus Dental, and we try to be one of the the consultants. And we believe all are part of our team. We have around 40 consultants, and we take on rotation their bites, their promos, depending on their discipline. So everybody is exposed onto these social media, depending on whether they're orthodontist, pedodontist, prosthodontist. So we do promotion for them, but the brand is common, Focus Dental. So we promote only Focus. If the and why this branding is important? Branding is important. Anybody coming to any center of Focus Dental knows this is a reliable brand. Come what may, if when a prosthodontist is sitting or endodontist is sitting, comes from a Focus Dental, will be reliable. I'm sure we'll get best of the treatment. So this is the strength of branding. If the brand is established, everything is done.
And here I would like to bring the topic of team building, because since you mentioned we have 40 consultants, and both of you have been having that caliber as well as the intention to build teams. So how tough it is to build teams? What are the finer nuances that we should understand before building teams? Because I truly believe that it's not everybody's cup of tea. Some people give up midway. They try to have a team, but then some things go off center, some things go south, which obviously you must have also seen. So how to approach team building so that it can eventually empower our branding and marketing? How to go about team building in the medical space, especially in dental clinics?
Beautiful question. What I see biggest problem in our profession or any profession is the attrition. There is loss of the doctors, professional colleagues, dental technician, chairside assistant, because of multifactorial reason. It is not always the money, let me tell you. It's the environment. Most important is the environment. What I feel proud about my team is that most of the consultants with us are almost 20 years with us. And the only reason which they have left us is not us, it's them. Somebody is getting married, going out, or somebody's, personal reasons going to Canada, or, so they have not left us. Nobody has left us till date. And when they leave, they feel bad about it, that they have to quit. And why it is this? Because we always treat them as our family members. And as I said, that empathy is not only towards our patient, that empathy is towards our consultant. And we groom them from day one that they are the part of the family. It is their center. We from the day one, we welcome them that, yes, you have to treat this as your own clinic. These are on your own patient. These are all your own consumables. These are all your own equipments. So that light environment, there is no pressure. There is no pressure for delivering the number of patients. Take your time, give your best. And that environment, that things make you a different brand altogether. That is what the Focus Dental stands for. And this is the reason most of our consultants or our associates don't leave us. So that that environment, I think Seema can highlight on this.
That cordial environment has to be there. It is not one-sided. It has to be from both the aspects. You have to understand the consultant who is coming, or the juniors or the assistants who are working with you. They should feel family. They should feel safe and comfortable with you. That warmth should be there. If that fire is there from both the sides, then only things can work together. So that's very important, that the environment should be good.
The biggest problem in the team is not because the team is not available. The problem is the retention. In today's world, if you retain your consultants, if you retain your staff, that's the win situation. Why do they leave? It's the environment. It's the connect.
So what would be 3 things that every doctor should have as a checklist, or like sacrosanct things that they should pay credence to with regards to team building and retaining the consultants or retaining the team? The 3 things.
This is for the people joining in, or the people who are going into the corporate structure?
The people who are existing in your team, like your consultants. So what are the 3 things that I should, if I have a team, what 3 things I should be having in my mind with regards to retaining the consultants or retaining my team?
So first of all, that connect with your consultants, always be welcoming, number 1. You should always be available to them. If there are any issues, you should be available to them. The problem is that connect is missing. So most of the senior consultants or the directors of the company don't interact with their consultants. So we have that open environment. They can just walk into the chamber and discuss their cases, discuss their personal problems. So that biggest thing which makes a difference in our life is that, number 1. Number 2 is their ease of working in the environment. They should be given free hand to work in the system. There should be no limitation. Most of the consultants every consultant has his or her favorite, instruments, equipments, procedures to work on. So the institutions or the clinics should not put that limitation onto them. They should be free to take their decision, share their treatment plan with the senior consultant, discuss the treatment consultant with the consultant, associate consultant, and deliver it. So there should not be any restrictions. Number 3, what I feel is, if you want to imbibe newer techniques or the newer processes, they should be free to do that. This is the main reason which I feel most of the consultants, feel bad about when they are not listened to, or they are not, entertained in the institution, and they quit or they change institutions. I think Seema can highlight if there is any other.
This is a very important thing. Sometimes what we see is that a lot of people feel that they are not connected, the consultants. So what here at Focus, what we have done is that we do small programs like weekend. We try to call all our consultants, do some weekend program, like say 2 hours, 3 hours. We try to, plan a small course of learning, in order to, spend time with them, to know them. If they have any issues, you can discuss. Secondly, I have observed in a lot of clinics that, when the junior consultants or, they are coming, the person or the doctor, the main doctor, is not available. So your availability and your welcoming, and even the patient likes it. A lot of people, they put appointments for, supposing, an orthodontist or a periodontist, and they are not available on their own clinic, which is a very wrong aspect which people lack these days. So your presence makes a lot of difference, especially for the patient who is coming, his comfort zone, and even for the clinician, the consultant who is coming to your center to do the work. So these things make, things cordial, and, the environment is, soothing for both the parties, I feel. So this has to be taken into consideration.
I hope you all are making notes, because these are pearls of wisdom from both the doctors and the secret sauce as well, that how to have teams and how to retain the teams. Because guys, let's face it, whatever phase of your journey or timeline of your clinic you are in, you might be just a beginner, you might be 5 years into practice, a decade or 2 decades into practice, whether you are beginning to create teams or you already have teams but you have some problems. So you can take these nuggets, and it's free to apply. We don't have any copyrights on that. So you can apply and empower your teams again for the collective good of patients, for nation building and empowering the healthcare system that we are in. Thanks to both of you. Again, I would like to ask Dr. Ajay over here that if somebody approaches you for having a job, or I would not say job, but being a part of your team, then what do you see from your years of experience? Because you must be having some X-ray vision with regards to what the person says and what the person is. So if there are two people who come to your practice for becoming a part of a team, one person is having very nice skill set, very nice domain skill set, very nice treatment capabilities, but is not having a good attitude. Person A. Person B is having a very nice attitude. His behavior, his demeanor is very good, but his skill set is not that much up to the mark. So which person do you give preference to, person A, person B, or what other parameters do you assess in the person? This can be a very good thing. Please pay due attention to what Dr. Ajay says, because this can give you some points with regards to how you approach whenever you want to go to someone's with the intention of being some part of somebody's team. Dr. Ajay.
Let me first tell you, when a new consultant comes to me, irrespective of his or her experience, the first thing is I tell them you are priceless. I cannot value you. You are priceless. You're a professional. The profession you come in, you cannot be valued in terms of money. So there is nothing I can brand you like you're worth 50,000, 1 lakh or 6 lakhs. So there is no pricing. Because you're a consultant and you're free to work anywhere. That's the first thing I tell them. If you're coming to us, if you feel like you want to work with us full-time, you're more than welcome as a full-time. You want to work as a part-time visiting consultant, you are again welcome, depending on which specialty you are in. Then secondly, you said that how do you tell them that there are two categories you said, quoted, that one is very good clinically, but communication is poor. And second is excellent in communicating, but clinical skills may be less. Both are ideal for your practice. You have to balance them. You have to really balance them. But since we are from the medical or the dental profession, the clinical outcome is supreme. So when they come to us, we evaluate them, how good they are clinically. So when we interact with them, we get to know, yes, this person is good clinically, but his social connect or his communication skills are not very good. So we groom them over a period of time. Again, there is a problem in this. Some of them improvise over a period of time, some of them don't. So, but I know this consultant of mine is clinically exceptional, but his communication skills are not that good. He will improve, sure, continue. He will never improve, sure, you continue. You continue because his clinical outcome is outstanding. I know. So what I do, I jump in intermittently.
Wow.
And create and continue connect between the patient and the consultant. And that's what Dr. Seema also does.
Absolutely.
So on the regular visit, patient is coming, we know this doctor is poor in connection, but clinically very sound. So she will have that connect and she will go into the consultant chamber, pep up the patient, pep up the doctor, and create a healthy environment. Oh, you're doing good. Oh, the results look exceptional. Doctor, you have done beautiful. I'm proud of you. Doctor also feels good. So, I mean, you have to, treat your individual consultants in a different way.
So your presence makes a lot of difference. For the environment becomes good, the patient is happy, your consultant is happy. So, every human being is different. So you have to, come, that is the role of the senior clinician, to see, to evaluate, and even to act in between in order to carry the system in a smooth line. That's very important.
Great. And how important do you feel is the communication between the doctor and the patient?
Very important.
It's the most important thing in our profession, as I said. If that communication is missing, you are in trouble. That communication should stay throughout the treatment, not over treatment, even after the treatment. I said that connect should be there. Because most of the problems come because of that loss of connect, that communication. You should continuously tell your patient what you're doing, what are the results anticipated, are we going in the right direction, what we planned, are we going to execute that, are we going to execute it 90%, 80% or 100%. So that connect, patient feels very good about it. That doctor is communicating to me, making me updated, giving me all the evidences. And the best part about most of the clinics is that we tell and share each and everything with our patient. We take their inputs, we communicate to them regularly. They call up and say, oh, Dr. Sharma, I need my X-ray 5 years back. Oh, come on, I'm sending you. We send an email. We never say that we don't give you your X-ray, we don't share your data with you. It's your right. Please take it.
And day by day, whenever the patient comes, show that yes, you are going to do this work, show the x-rays, all those things, whatever is happening that very day, the patient should have, has the right to know. So that's very important. Communicating to the patient each and everything. That makes, the practice strong. That's very important.
So I really liked what both of you said, that you jump in to establish or re-establish the connect between the consultant and the patient. So I'm just visualizing how nice will it be for the patient and for the consultant as well, who would feel so empowered and supported. So again, guys, secret sauce, that how you can empower both the dentists, consultants and your patients together by just having that leadership skill of not expecting everything from the other party, but jumping in and doing your bit as well. So I'm really very inspired and motivated with what I have just listened from both of you. Again, coming to the point that how you plan a corporate kind of a structure, because so you have been in and out. You are in Max, again a corporate structure, well functioning. Then you have created your own ecosystem. So how a dentist or a doctor should scale into a corporate system? How they should know whether they're ready for it or not? Is it everybody's cup of tea? Should I do it just because my colleague is doing? So what are the checks and balances? How to approach a corporate way of working? Because definitely it eases lots of things off your mind, because everything is functioning systematically. So how would you approach? How should I approach, for that matter? How should anybody who's watching this podcast approach working in a corporate way?
Let me start from year 2000, when the corporate culture was coming in healthcare sector. And year 2000, I joined Max Healthcare as one of the consultants. And that time, the entire medical field was in a dilemma. These corporates, hospitals are coming in, and are they going to stay? They're making such peppy hospitals, such beautiful environment. Will they deliver? Trust me, initial 1 or 2 years, rather 2 years, patient used to think whether we should go to these hospitals or we should go to those traditional boutique hospitals which used to be established there, with waiting of 5 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours, and the queues piling up with poor infrastructure. And when they used to come to our offices, there was no waiting with a coffee dispenser, separate waiting areas, and printed prescriptions. So it was a different feeling. But people were not ready to accept it in the initial years. But by year 2005, things started changing. People started realizing, no, this is the need of time, and they're in the right direction. So it's been 25 years with Max Healthcare. And as I said, I joined in year 2000, so it's 2025. So it's a 25th year now, and I feel proud about it, because working in a corporate hospital is altogether, you grow with them. You learn about processes, you learn about quality, because the profession we are in, the quality is very important. Processes are very important. So what I learned from Max Healthcare is that how to stay disciplined, process-based, and maintain the quality in terms of the clinical outcomes. In year 2010, I realized, since I'm working with corporate, why I don't become a corporate myself. And we floated our company by the name of Focus Dental Services Private Limited. And then we started outsourcing our departments of dental sciences in different corporate hospitals. And we realized that give us the physical space, because we have that experience of almost 15 years of clinical work. We know how to procure things, what instruments are required, what equipments are required, what SOPs have to be followed in terms of patient welfare, quality, what instruments, equipments are ideal or right for the clinical practice, what all specialists are required to deliver the treatment outcome. So we knew everything, which generally most of the medical-based hospital systems were not aware. And today it has become a concept of having these type of dental chains worldwide. And let me tell you, the corporate culture is going to grow in India. There are many DSOs in US and Europe, and soon we'll see the flurry of, the market will be flooded with DSOs. Is a need of time. But let me tell you again, if you're running a boutique practice, please don't get disheartened. Boutique practices are going to stay, because there is a fan following. There is a fan following. There are the families which are joined with you. The boutique practices will continue. The generations, that legacy will continue. DSOs will definitely come on with 100, 200, 250 clinics. And if you're looking to make your own DSO or a corporate chain, you should have at least 10 years of clinical experience, 10 years of administrative experience. There is no harm in making your own chain. There is no harm in getting into a corporate culture. And let me tell you that connect is very important. Hire the right team, connect with your team, the right sourcing of the equipment, instrument, that supply chain is very important. And if you are there, you will be a successful corporate. Nobody can stop you.
So I would like to ask over here regarding automation, because whenever we talk about corporate system, corporate way of working, everything is very systemized and operationalized. So what comes to your mind as when you think about corporate systems? What are all the things that you have automated in your clinic, and what are the things you have seen automated in Max and other corporate hospitals?
See, what is most automated is the patient treatment. We have a hospital-based softwares, HIS, which we call Hospital Information System. We incorporated this system almost 20 years back, and we regularly upgrade it. But there are certain, whenever you imbibe any technology, there are certain limitations in it. In hospital information system or clinical information system, the biggest issue is because when you're in a hospital, there are different specialities which are using it. But when you're in a clinical practice, like a dental practice, your information system is totally different from a hospital information system, because that system is designed for a hospital practice. But when you come to the boutique practices or the exclusive specialty practice, that information system is. So what most automated today is the hospital information, number one. Number two, SOPs in terms of sterilization, disinfection, the processes, how the patient is reporting onto your reception, then going to the different chambers, and then how it is routed through the different disciplines or interdisciplinary referral, which is most automated, which I see in corporate system. Patient doesn't have to wait, or patient doesn't have to think twice. He's automatically routed in a very professional way, which is the win-win situation for most of the corporate hospitals compared to the hospital which we used to run in, or there are certain hospitals which are running in a more in a familial way. Even they are working very good today, as I said. But corporate hospitals, they work in a different way because they are fully automated in terms of patient receiving, patient appointment system, where they are welcomed onto the reception. They don't have to wait too much. Their appointments are scheduled whether for the diagnostics or for the procedures. So there is not too much of waiting. Everyone knows what is his reporting time, what is his duty. There is no overlap of duties. So everything is automated in terms. And definitely, we will improvise more when time as automation is coming up into, as I said, the need of time is in prescription. Moment you command, it is documented. So that's the need of time in medical science. I don't have to scribble it, because when I scribble, I lose a lot of time and connect with my patient. If I'm speaking something or I'm writing something, it should be automatically documented into the system and delivered to the patient on just one push of button.
So do you think that for scaling a practice, the corporate way of working is the basic requisite? That unless we have a corporate way of working, automated systems, then we are not ready to scale our practices. Having more patients in, because if there are more patients coming and we don't have any automated systems, then it would be a headache for the consultants, for the doctors and the whole staff altogether.
See, when you have automation, definitely how many appointments you have, and your practice is 10 to 7. These are your working hours, these are your leisure hours, or this is your siesta time. So you know that patient last appointment will be 6:30. So we know that last patient coming in is at 6:30. We don't welcome walk-in patients. Or if the walk-in patient, you have to be courteous enough to tell, so sorry, sir, can I have your all details and can I schedule you for appointment? So that number of patient doesn't bother you if you're automated. Your team, you automatically divert your patient. But we believe in one very important thing, since we are talking about this, is the first connect of the patient, any patient coming through the appointment. He doesn't have to wait. He comes, he walks into the chamber, he fills the general questionnaire, the consent form, and moves into the consultation chamber. He's consulted and then referred to the specialist. Most of our centers are the specialist-based treatment. So the connect is between the consulting doctor, irrespective of whatever his qualification is, whether he's a general consultant or a specialist, will consult him and refer him to the specialized doctor, whichever is required. So I don't think it is going to create any chaos. If you're automated, if your system is proper and you have a proper CRM system in which your patient has taken appointment from your call center, I don't see any problem in that. The problem is when the number of patients are walking in and piling up at your reception. Then it is a problem. And how to handle these patients? Again, there is a challenge in this. You have to tell your walk-in patient there should be a separate chamber or a separate area dedicated to the walk-in patient, where a dedicated reception should be there. Sir, you're walking in, this is the waiting time, or we can squeeze you in between these two appointments, provided we get our free slots for this. So there are ways to handle it. But definitely when you're organized, I don't see any problem in it. You're definitely, if your brand is growing, if you're growing, number of patients will definitely walk in, or there will be smaller time slots to interact with the patient. Your number of consults will increase, your problems will increase, your stress will increase, and so do your infrastructure, your consult chambers, and your equipments, instruments. So I mean, it's like in correlation with everything. So AI definitely is going to help. And as I said, most important requirement in AI today is your hospital information system, and your documentation is the utmost need.
And what would be your advice and warning for the doctors who are not willing to go into automation of these systems? That what possibilities can happen with regards to things not working and things going south?
See, the problem with these doctors is, what I've seen is they work endlessly. They come at 9 o'clock in the clinic and they leave at 11 o'clock at night. I've seen them working throughout the day, and their productivity is nil. They may be generating a lot of revenue, but at the same time, there is seepage of revenue from the other sources. You are not able to deliver that quality treatment when the number of patients are more. You don't have supportive hands. You don't have proper infrastructure. You may be seeing 10 times the patient as compared to mine, but clinical outcomes cannot be guaranteed. It is either the quality or the quantity. But if you are having quantity, you need to have a better infrastructure. So my suggestion to these people is, please restrict your treatment or increase your helping hands. Have more number of consultants, and definitely be more organized. And above all, have time for yourself as well. We are the professional people. We have to work throughout our life. So working people working on Sundays. Some people I see working on Sundays also. So if you're working 9 to 11, where is your quality life? Where is your family life? You're just a professional. I mean,
it has
what
to
about
be
myself?
A balance
what about
of
my family?
profession and family
It has to be balanced. So that connect to your family and your patient should be balanced. So please don't do this. You may be a successful professional, but at the same time, you need to have time for yourself and your family.
So Dr. Ajay and Dr. Seema, you have been traveling globally, and you are seeing the healthcare systems and the dental clinic systems evolving worldwide. How do you see Indian, especially dental ecosystem evolving vis-a-vis or in comparison to the international scenario? Are we lagging behind? What are the gaps to close? Are they much more ahead of us with regards to the systems and the processes part of it? Where does India story stand?
Well, Anupam, let me first tell you, we are at par with the world. Whatever level of treatment we are doing today is at par. The only problem which I see in India is the processes. We have lack of most of the clinics, and most of the clinicians, they lack in documentation. And those processes are missing. If we have those SOPs and those documentation right, everything will be wonderful. We are the best. The Indian doctors are ruling worldwide. We Indians go in entire world. We are the same people treating in US, Europe, but in a different environment. So there is no problem in terms of clinical outcomes. The problem is documentation and the processes. If that is taken care of, there is no problem at all in our discipline, or rather entire healthcare sciences.
So maybe this processes and the automation part is the leveler which can bring us even much more ahead than the international scenario.
Absolutely, because our learning skills, our dedication, our professional grooming, our family values are much higher compared to Western world. That's what I feel. And that's what me and Seema has been talking about. So our learning, our connect, and above all, the volume of patient we see in our schooling times, or our dental schools or medical schools is much higher. The volume of patients which we interact with.
True.
There is no comparison. There's so much to learn, so much. We see every type of patients, every type of clinical problems in our hospitals and
In
our
a government institute,
government
on an
institutes are
average, around 3,000
3,000 patients. Where
patients
do you see
every day are
3,000
coming.
patients? Imagine 3,000 patients in a day walking into a OPD, a dental OPD. Where will you see, in
imagine
which
the
part of the
level of
world?
learning these kids are getting, the exposure.
So we should feel proud we are in India. There is no waiting. Imagine UK, they're waiting for 6 months for the specialist. Imagine Canada, you don't get any specialist at all. So be proud that you are in India. Be proud of your profession. Be proud of your professional. This is my communication to the fellow patients, or that feel proud that you're in India and you're getting medical services in a very short time, and that too from the best of the specialists. So don't take us as your enemy. We are your well-wishers, and feel proud that you're in India. There is no waiting, irrespective of whatever specialties are there.
Great, awesome. And with regards to branding and marketing that we are discussing, I would like to highlight the point of tourism, the dental tourism or the medical tourism. And this really highlights the kind of work that we have been doing in India, that people from the West are coming to India for good quality treatment. How do you see dental tourism up till now as it is existing, and what is the road beyond?
See, medical or dental tourism, I have seen growing exponentially. And we see patients not only from US, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, England, Middle East. We get patients from pan world. And most of the patient coming to us, that's very interesting, is like they interact with us on the social media or through the email. They share their x-rays or investigation with us, and we give them a treatment plan and the costing definitely and the duration of stay. They have the prior information of what we are doing through our website, through our social media, through our patients who are our well-wishers and best brand ambassadors. So these type of patients who come to us are your best brand builders. Medical and dental tourism is going to grow much more what it is right now, because dentistry in India or medical profession in India is much more price effective or cost effective compared, and there is no waiting above all. And you get best of the clinicians under one roof. What else you want? The faster treatment, good clinicians, best of the infrastructure, cost effective. That's what a good patient wants, and every patient wants. So where will you go? You will definitely would like to come to India for medical or dental tourism, and I'm sure you should develop your practice in that way that you interact with your patient on a social media platform, give them a treatment plan, make the journey easy, club it with some tour to Taj or some Golden Triangle, go to Kerala, go to Goa. So
And show the rich heritage of India also.
heritage of India. I mean, now we have corridors coming up for Ayodhya. So I mean, people coming up with Indians. A lot of Indians have started coming back to India for their dental treatment, and they stay in India for 1 month, get the dental treatment done, because it is much more cheaper compared to the Western world.
Great. And what do you think regarding branding and marketing? Because when we see a fresher, a person who has just completed the medical school or the dental school comes out and wishes to start his practice, do you find that the knowledge of branding and marketing, and especially business, quote unquote business, that how to run a practice, be imparted right from the grassroots levels, and not let that person experiment with his finances or debt for 5 to 10 years and then learn by his own trial and error? So do we need to empower the education system with knowledge of branding, marketing, and systems creation and all these aspects?
See, everything cannot be taught in colleges, Anupam. There is so much to teach in colleges. Already so many books are there. So branding, marketing, if we start teaching in colleges, it's an additional, learning curve. If you are good in your profession, that's your best branding. That's your best marketing. Your patients are your best brand ambassador. So if you're doing good clinical work, as I said, stay with good clinicians, work under good clinical systems, learn from your profession and your professionals, improvise your skills. There is no end to learning. Keep learning. Even I go every 6 months, I'm traveling worldwide to learn newer equipment, newer instruments, newer technologies. And in the profession we are in, there is no end to it, because newer things will keep on coming. So my advice to them is, please improvise your clinical skills and start building up your brand slowly. Once you will learn the tips and tricks of doing your branding yourself, you will automatically, you yourself a big brand. Nobody can stop you. There is no limit.
Dr. Ajay and Dr. Seema, when you think about the word business, so business is often used in a very negative connotation with regards to the medical profession, because we feel that medical profession is a very noble profession, which it is. What is your take on the use of word business? Because internationally, if you see, they take like dental business, medical business. So what is your relation with the word business? Do you have some strong emotional charge of not feeling like calling it a business, or are you comfortable with it?
No, I'm not comfortable. I don't call it as a business. Because I come from a business family. If I had to do business, there are so many things to do in business itself. I would not have taken up dentistry. So I would have done my MBA and would have been running my industry somewhere or making my own some production unit, which I never did. So this is not a business. The profession we are in is totally altogether different. There we need to have the connect with our patient. We are the pioneers in the society who are looked upon by patient with that. Yes, these are the doctors or the dentists, and they will do good to us. When money comes in, definitely money is important. Everything come at a price because a lot of investment goes in terms of treatment. So when you're investing money, definitely it is for the sake of the discipline and for the betterment of our patient. But I don't call it a business. This is not a business. This is profession. So we are medical professionals or dental professionals who are doing it for the betterment of the society, to treat our patients. And definitely when you add good quality equipments or good quality consumables, the pricing will go high. And whenever my patient come and ask me, Dr. Sharma, your pricing is compared to a XYZ hospital or XYZ clinic is more. So I said, how do you compare it? What makes you compare it? Is it my clinical expertise? Is it the materials which I'm using? Is it my equipment? Is it my infrastructure, my ambience, my environment? Everything you have to pay for. So it's not a business, it's a profession. And definitely having swanky clinics, good infrastructure, good professional people receiving you, treating you is the need of time. Everybody loves cleanliness. Everybody loves good clinical outcomes. So this is not a business. I hate it, and that's what I said when my clinicians or the consultant come to me and they talk about money part. I said, no, you are priceless. As I said earlier, I cannot rate you. You are money minters for yourself. You are free to work anywhere. We cannot value for your money. You can earn 5 million in 1 hour if you have capability. So this is not a business. Though in current scenario, the patient's perspective, since the corporate system has creeped in, people think that these corporate hospitals or corporate clinics are totally money-minded. Some of them may be, but not all.
What is your point of view regarding, because this is a frequent emotion floating in the air that corporate hospitals are just for money making. So how do you address this emotion?
See, there are two perspectives to it. If you compare it, a corporate hospital with a government hospital, what do you see in a government hospital and a corporate hospital? Government hospital, you see huge queues, lack of infrastructure, machinery not working, doctors are overworked with less of staff. Contrary to that, in a corporate hospital, the patient-doctor ratio is much better, infrastructure is good, no waiting time, and good clinical support staff, good documentation, good patient backup, good waiting areas. So everything will come at a cost. Now, some people compare it with a level 1 hospital, level 2 hospital, and a level 3 hospital. When you start comparing, then it is a problem. Then they see it as a commercial aspect. You cannot compare an X hospital with a Y hospital. X hospital has its own expenses, own infrastructure, own running costs. So certain hospitals may be overcharging as per their infrastructure, but not all. So I differ here. It is not the totally commercial aspect. Definitely,
it's individual.
It's very variable.
Very individual.
Very variable. Same is with dental clinics. You have good swanky clinics, good infrastructure, better equipment, better instrument, world-class consumables, better labs associated. So it's a third-party payments also which are involved. So when you buy good products, when you're giving good products to your patient, definitely cost will come in. So it is not always that patient should think that corporate hospitals or corporate chains are money makers or money minters. It is not like that. Definitely, good procedures will come at a price, but at the same time, that you have to be careful that you don't overprice yourself.
Great. Dr. Seema, my question is for you. When you decided to open your own setup, so what were the feelings coming to your mind, and how much of investment of time and energy is a private setup? And those of the viewers who are wishing to start their own private setup, it may be a corporate kind of a setup or a normal setup, what things they should be having in their mind before jumping into starting a private practice? Because you made a switch at certain point in time. So can you please elaborate on that journey so that the viewers can be really helped with?
See, I was also working almost full time with the corporates and another hospital. So the switching from a hospital-based practice to your own clinical practice requires all of your energy and your time. You need to be dedicated because it's a big sacrifice you're doing. In corporate practice, you are just going as a consultant. You are not supposed to handle anything, the infrastructure, housekeeping. There are different aspects which are managed by the management. The hospital is taking care of. You just have to go as a consultant, do your patients, come back. So you don't have anything on your head. Now, when you open your own center, you have to look into every aspect. You have different specialty people, consultants who are going to be joining you. There are junior staffs, there'll be people on the reception, there'll be dental assistants, there'll be sterilization norms to follow, there'll be a lot of things which you have to take into consideration. So you have to sacrifice a lot of things, to make the system work. And definitely your dedication is very important. A lot of people, initially they feel that, that I'm going to open a good clinic and and it is going to run. For few days initially, you feel very, very nice. And after that, you start feeling a bondage that, yes, I have to sit, even if the patient is not coming. Yes, my dear, it's a dedication. It's a full-time dedication. You have to sit. And our most important aspect in my clinic and my center is any consultant who is coming, I am always there. None of my consultant can say, or any patient can say that he has not met me, or, while coming, or even in the middle of the treatment, or when the treatment got over. I'm always there. So my presence in the clinic is 100%. So that is the dedication I want from people who are planning to open their new setups, that please be dedicated. It is a full-time job. In fact, more than, it is something like, you are creating a small baby. So baby will have teething troubles. Baby will grow slowly. So you have to nurture, you have to really take care, and then only it will flourish.
Great. And as we are ending this section on branding and marketing, I realize with whatever you have said, that the biggest branding in marketing is we ourselves, the kind of connect we have with our patients, the kind of dedication we have at our centers. So maybe that social media thing will come as a step 2, but firstly, we should get the primary things right. That is who we are as a person and how we are showing up in our centers and for our patients. So that is the biggest learning for me after listening to both of you. And now I will switch gears into the last section of our podcast, that is the future directions. What is beyond? So, Dr. Ajay, how do you see dentistry growing in India in the next 10 years? Like, what things may be there that you are seeing from your standpoint at the cliff right now, that what new things will be coming, and what is the way beyond?
Well, I see the bright future of dentistry in India in coming 10 years. And I've been telling everybody, please, please, please stick to dentistry. Dentistry will see the following changes, what I'm going to tell you now. First of all, we're going to have much more swanky AI-based clinics, especially the reception, because the weakest point today in the dental clinic is the reception. Most of the clinics don't have proper, patient arrival system, patient documentation system, patient record system. So that AI will be the major role player in your clinics. Definitely, I have been talking about the clinical outcomes. AI will be playing major role in terms of that. Another thing which I see in dentistry is the dental labs. We are lacking good dental labs in dentistry. The next big thing which is going to happen is dental labs. Read my lines, dental labs. A lot of prosthodontists, dental technicians, especially when we are talking about AI, the computer-aided design, the CAD and CAM, the computer-aided designing, computer-aided milling, will be the biggest, will be affecting in a biggest way to the dental labs. We can plan, execute things in these high-tech labs, which is the need of our. And I see, especially in North India, the good labs are missing. In coming 10 years, we will see the boom of dental tourism because of the good infrastructure of the labs, good clinical situations, good clinical, equipment, instruments. So the future is bright. And as the diagnostics are improving, as newer and newer tools are coming in, I'll see, single day dentistry becoming more popular, rather chairside dentistry, I call it. The patient walks in where earlier we used to have endless appointments, but the future is like single sitting dentistry, single day dentistry will be the next in thing. And definitely this cannot happen without good labs or support staff, or without good AI based systems in our country. That's my take on this. So the future is bright. Guys, read my lines. Future is bright.
No profession is less. Dream big, have vision, and sustain and work hard on it. You will reach your goal. That's important.
And Dr. Seema, what will be your 2 cents for the dentists who feel that there's a lot of saturation and who have a certain negativity bias towards dentistry, and the common verbology is like, nothing is working, there are no patients in the clinic, patients are very demanding, I don't have a good background, I don't have a heritage of 3 generations of dentists in my family. So how they should address that emotion, and what is your advice for them?
Work hard. Work hard, you will reach your goal. Sustain. Continue thinking positive. Never underrate your profession and yourself. If you have confidence, you will definitely do good. You will reach somewhere. If there are 10 steps, keep working, keep shaping yourself. You will reach somewhere. So that's very important. People see which profession has no stagnation. Everywhere we see, if you see medical profession, there are so many people coming out every year. So the same goes with the dental profession, with different professions, engineers, everywhere. There are so many MBA schools. So it is not that. People who sustain and visualize their dream, you dream big, you will reach. That should be the goal. And say that I am the best and I can do it. If you keep saying this and you keep correcting yourself, educating yourself, do continuing education, you will reach your goal. That's very important, to sustain and never underestimate your profession.
And as I said, there is no competition.
There is
You're
no
in
competition.
India, there is 1.4 billion potential patients, Anupam. There is no dearth of patient. Rather, there is a problem of service providers.
Actually.
So there is no competition. You're in India.
Be
1.4 billion.
Be true to your patients. That's
the
very
trick.
important.
That's the trick of your profession.
Be true. If you're true and you're sincere and you're dedicated, you will create wonders. That's very important.
Absolutely.
Guys, I hope you're making notes. I'm making my mental notes. Work hard, dream big. There's no competition. Dentistry is the next big thing. So please make notes, because these conversations are going to empower you and all of us as a collective ecosystem. Dr. Ajay, at this juncture, I would like to ask you with regards to the future directions, can dental implants be totally robotic and AI driven?
Absolutely, that's the future. As I told earlier also, we are already into navigational surgeries, and we are doing navigational surgeries, and very soon we will see robots placing dental implants. That's so we have the robots already into medical science, and we have Da Vinci robot in Max, and I really see our surgeons, gynecologists performing surgery using Da Vinci, and I really feel jealous sometimes why in dentistry we don't have any robots. But I'm sure very soon, and within 5 years, we'll see robotic surgery is happening in dentistry, the way we are going in AI, and already some of the top line companies are working on dental robots, which will be the future in robotic dentistry. And not only implants, they'll be doing most of the procedures, clinical procedures in dentistry. So be prepared, guys. Robots are coming in dentistry as well.
Thanks for the update, Dr. Ajay. Dr. Ajay, I would like to ask you, and Dr. Seema as well, do you find a paucity or a lack of workforce with regards to quality trained professionals helping you as consultants and assisting staff? And do you find a need for hiring portals as well, which standardize the assistants, so that just like we have in other fields, you want some workforce, you can just give a call, and these have been operationalized. So are we in the need of a portal or a service wherein if I want an assistant, an attender, maybe receptionist who is well trained with the dental and the medical things, there's a definite portal for them where they are being graded, standardized, and taking up to the top line, maybe consultants as well. Do you find the need of this kind of a service?
Yes, this is, Anupam, beautiful. You said what I wanted to say here. There is no competition, as I said. Rather, there is a problem. We need good professionals. We need good dentists in all this on these specialties. Rather, we need good dental assistants, dental hygienists, dental technicians. I am searching for my lab good dental mechanics. I don't find them, and I don't know where to find them. So it is the need of time. We should have good portals where on a one click we can say, oh, this is 15 years, 20 years experience, 5 years experience. This is what the honorarium is demanded by the consultant, which he deserves. So because I don't see any portal anywhere. Like for dentistry, if you're a good professional, if you can make one, please do it. I'll be very happy to reach that portal, because me and
Even
Seema
for
are
dental
always looking for good assistants. And the best part is that we train them, we groom them, some of them, and some of them leave us because they get just for a minor petty amount, which we feel that they could have asked us and informed us. But again, you cannot restrict. We are in a democratic country. People will leave, new people will join in. But definitely the need of the hour is such portals where you can find good medical or dental professionals on the basis of experience.
Because we can see these kind of portals in other areas.
But not in dentistry.
Absolutely, not in dentistry or medical. Rather medicine also.
Medicine.